Hayden Young, mate, he looked really good last week.
Did he?
Were you half tempted to even just include him after you weren't going to play him? I mean, he's so close. And what's the process now?
No, we weren't tempted. It's always, his whole rehab has been mapped out for this week. He still had to get through a fair bit of important work, and he'll train today. And then this afternoon or tomorrow we'll decide how we go with the team. There's a few options. So whatever suits him, whatever sets him up best for the back end of the year.
Is a sub a consideration as well?
Yeah, it's in the mix. Yep.
Are you confident if you did pick him though in the starting 22, you'd be able to get through a full game?
Yeah, yep. Like I say, you can manage players. We've got mids who play lower game time. We can even go lower than what we do with some of the other mids. So there is that opportunity. But we've got to weigh up if that's the best thing for him going forward as well.
So main training, is it a matter of how he pulls up in terms of soreness or like a number of minutes that he's
probably just get through. Yeah, bit of soreness, but I imagine he will be a little bit sore. We've still got a fair way out to the game as well, so it's probably just more he feels good in his footy more than his body. I think his body's ticked most of the boxes. It's about getting him the reps in amongst the contested drills and see how he feels.
Position-wise, come straight back into the midfield as well?
Oh, we'll work that out. I'd imagine over the next few weeks he'll be splitting his role forward and mid. I haven't thought too much about that yet.
You must have confidence in your medical stuff because Switkowski's return was spectacular. And if that happens for Young, there's something really building, isn't there?
I think our rehab program's gone well. Players coming back and they're fitting in, and I don't think the game's ever been harder to come back from injury in terms of getting up to the pace of the game, and the game offers so many challenges. And the way Switter bounced back last week was really strong. Fifey came back and played as a sub and was really strong. Youngie looks in a good space, so hopefully he comes back and plays well.
Very tougher task than taking on Collingwood. They're yet to experience back-to-back losses this year. How are you approaching this game, knowing the tough task at hand?
Oh, embracing it. There's no bigger challenge in footy than going to the MCG and taking on Collingwood. You understand that you got to take on them as a team and the best team in the comp, but you also take on the occasion and the crowd. And we've spoken about that. We're going to embrace that challenge. It's a good opportunity to see where our footy sits.
How are you planning to use Josh Akos after his fourth quarter in the midfield?
Unsure. Leave that to them. We'll need some plans in place. It was a pretty special last quarter. So we planned for him to play half-back or midfield, and his brother to do the same. And there's a few other handy players in there as well. So, we've got to understand that we've got to look after some of their talent, but their system is what makes them a good team as well. So try and find that balance.
Given how effective Corey Wakeman was last time, you look at that role again?
Oh, we'll look at it, yeah.
What did you learn? You didn't play them that long ago. What did you learn from that loss that you think you can take into improve and potentially make this weekend?
Well, there's a few things. Clearly they scored too easily. I think they had 12 inside 50s off possession gains between the arcs for 11 shots. Like, we want to be a bit safer behind the ball than that, and a bit better behind the ball than that, which in the end was a difference in the game. And we need to be a bit better with our ball use for the centre. We were a bit stagnant that night. We've worked on that aspect of our game. Predictability is good, but I think we were a bit too predictable that night with our entries, and I think we've worked on a bit of our forward craft and connection and since then, and that's coming along. It's not the finished product by any stretch, but I feel like it's coming along. But they were probably the two main areas. I thought contest and pressure and that aspect of the game was really strong, and we'll need to bring that this week.
Forward connection, Sam Switkowski, Barry mentioned his return. I think it's his 100th game this week. What is it about Sam? It's not always the goals for him. Sometimes the stat sheet doesn't look great. But what does he add to the team that other players just don't do?
Absolute diligence to roll, game understanding. He knows what the game needs at any one time, whether that's we're under pressure or it's just a single play that needs him to do something else. He's one of the more footy smart players that I've coached. He sees the game really well. Thinks like a coach. And that allows him to see those situations and play those situations out there.
There's been a bit of debate this week too about the rising star. It seems there's a genuine agreement across the industry. It's probably between three: Levi, Ashcroft, Dan Curtin, and Murphy Reid. How do you assess Murphy Reid's season as a first-year player?
Oh, he's been outstanding. Yeah, he's embraced every challenge. He's a pro with the way he reviews his games and goes about learning and it's allowed us to pick him every week because he keeps on improving. His work rate has grown across the course of the year, and he's got an unbelievable work rate for a first-year player, and that's only going to get better. And we all see the composure he has with the footy and his ability to connect and finish in the front half. So, it's been a super first 17 games.
Andy Brayshaw, he enhanced his brand, that's for sure, with all that what happened at the end of the game. What do you think? Helmet this week? Will Staples stay in? Do you know?
I haven't got into the details of that. I'm glad he had no concussion. Apparently, he put himself up for that interview post game. Barged into Cass space, said, "I'll do it." It's great courage from him on the weekend, and I loved the way he went around about his game. And he'll be right to go. I don't know. I haven't heard any whispers about him wearing a helmet. The doc reckons he stapled it up pretty well, so he might just back them in.
Just back on Hayden, Justin, what do you think the knock-on effect for your other midfielders is having him back in?
Maybe a little bit more flexibility. To have another high quality mid come in, big body, physical, might allow us to use Andy and Caleb a little bit more flexibly, like we did back end of last year, and like we did when Youngie was in the team earlier in the year. So might take a little bit of the load off them.
What about Luke Jackson? Was been that big body for you in there while Hayden's been out? Did you use him?
No, I'm pretty keen to keep Jacko's role going. We've chopped and changed a fair bit with Jacko, and I want to keep it pretty consistent for him, get that continuity going. Won't be the same every week, but we want to make sure we keep giving him that flexibility and understand the weapon he is around the ball and how hard he is to manage for other mids because of his size. So we want to keep that going.
You've rested Sean Darcy previously as well. Is that something you might look at for hopefully times?
We haven't got too far ahead of ourselves with that, but we're off for a longer break this week, so he won't be getting rested this week.
Alex Pearce, unfortunately, going to miss again. Are you looking to be a bit more conservative this time with it to ensure he comes back this season?
Well, we're still KPI driven. But understand that he's come back and it hasn't handled the load, so we'll take that into consideration. But we'll still be driven by the KPIs, and just a little bit sore with the work he did the other day, so thought we'd rule him out this week a little bit earlier.
How's he going?
He's frustrated. He wants to get out there. Team's in good form. He's a leader of the team. He feels like he can help us. We know he can help us. And he wants to get out there, but he's hiding it pretty well, but he's frustrated. He wants to get out there.
Has he required further scans on that to show that there's been an exacerbation of the hot spot?
We got a scan last week when it pulled up a bit sore. I'm not going to go into the details of the scan because, I wouldn't be able to explain it right, but it didn't show that he'd re-injured it.
Speaking to a couple of players, they didn't talk about you and the David King stuff and all that, but there was an unspoken determination, they reckon, almost they just came naturally, organically. And that must be great for you as a coach, but also the way the week panned out and the result.
Like I said, I don't get caught up in that. I answered the question because I got asked directly the question. There's a lot of external noise about individuals, about club, trying to avoid all that and focus on our preparation. And for me, the showing on the weekend showed that we had a really good preparation, focuses are in the right spot, and players executed their roles really well. So, I don't want to draw any other lines than that.
Were you amazed at the reaction of Guts up in the Bahamas?
I didn't see any of the reaction.
With T-shirts as well.
Bit of merch.